Okay, hi, Behrus here, worker with Toronto Real Estate Board. I am doing the stat reviews for the month of October for you and giving you my take on what is going to happen in the first few months of next year as well. So listen carefully to what I am doing to the stats, how to break it down, and what are the messages for you. In the month of October, we had the lowest number of transactions reported in the past 10 years of Toronto Real Estate Board. That aside, we had the lowest number of listings that we have seen over the past 5 years. Price year over year, the problem with that is that we have a baseline effect. Last year, 2021, was too crazy, both in number of prices, in terms of prices, and number of transactions, that whatever that we are reviewing, 48% drop in transactions, 40% drop in listings, that in comparison to last year won't make sense, because last year was a crazy year and we were telling you on videos that this is not the normal year and you have to avoid some pitfalls there. I hope that whoever who listened to these videos or reviewing the videos understand that what we were saying at that time. Now, aside from that baseline effect, what we know is that there are certain price ranges that at the high interest rates of today are still more affordable. First of all, price range of below $1 million. And again, to me, who have been in the real estate market for long enough, knowing that $1 million reached and whatever we are listing more or less should be close to that $1 million, that tells me that the economy of this city should support that $1 million. And when I'm reviewing the economic stats, I have a doubt that that's going to support itself. So that is coming to my prediction for the next year, which I'm explaining to you how it's going to roll out. I hope you're following me. The second price range that's mostly transacted is between $1.4 to $1.5 million. And again, that is something that's not too bad. When you are putting that filter in front of the neighborhoods with the majority of solds, you will see that still Toronto is shining. Central Toronto homes are shining because, first of all, it's a prime neighborhood. Second is that there is not enough listing, and that's showing itself. They are almost trading at $2,800,000 for the detached properties. And when you are breaking them down significantly, you understand that the neighborhoods who deserve to have a higher prices, they are fetching those. So the real estate is not rocket science, but if there is a major problem like a supply, like a transaction, like a number of sales, like a average price, you cannot make sense of that. You only can avoid it if you cannot understand it. But we have tools to break them down and let you know that what's coming is something that's towards betterment in the market. Let's move on to the predictions. For the rest of the year, rest of November and December, you are not going to see that much of a transactions. However, because the foreign buyer tax coming into effect from the beginning of next year, you're going to see a little bit of hike in transaction. And that again, when the media is telling you that not so many people are transacting, this is a thermos paper that we put in the market to understand how much hike in the number of transactions we are going to see based on that effect. We cannot tell that is the case, but we can tell, because we are approaching that deadline, how much transaction has happened. Geopolitically, we are not in a more stable environment that we are hoping for. However, the price of gas and the sentiment towards lower inflation is gonna play itself in the new year as well. We are gonna have a price hike, one more price hike by the end of the year, and we are gonna see what the next year is coming to bring us. Coming back to that $1 million price range that I make a comment on, for $1 million purchase, somebody in Toronto GTA area, a family or a person, has to have an income of $150,000 based on the lowest amount of down payment that they have to put down. If they have more down payment, they need less. But think about it. For those of you who are familiar with Toronto, whatever you can find in $1 million range in Toronto is not suitable enough for a person who is making $158,000 or a family who is making $158,000 income. Or if that's so, these people are trying to buy that house, fix it, and the price of that house is going to be much higher than that. So doing a reverse analysis of that, based on my opinion, we are going to see more price drop in the next year. In the totality of next year, I am expecting to see something below $900,000 range to be an average or to be the most transacted prices in Toronto GTA area. And that is based on my understanding, who is not an economist of the economy and the stats that I'm reviewing on the daily basis. That is my analysis for this year. That is my analysis for October, and I think that I am totally right. See you on the next video.